I wanted to give you a 5-minute update of a simple subject called winning, losing, and tying. Winning, losing, and tying. Now, if we're watching a coach of an important football game coming up, do you expect the coach to talk about winning, losing, or tying? Of course, you expect him to talk about winning. If you see a doctor and a doctor says you have an infection, do you want an antibiotic? Do you want to kill the bacteria? Does the doctor want you to win? Of course he does. Now, let's go to governments. Are governments in the business of winning, losing, or tying? Okay. Well, so let's look at three issues. Economic, cultural, and physical. Those are the three basic building blocks of any society. In reverse order, it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So the governments want to win in terms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, let's start first with economics. And let's compare America and Israel. Does Israel want to win economically? Does the Prime Minister want the economy to grow at the fastest rate possible? The answer is yes. Does the President Trump want the economy to grow at the fastest rate possible? The answer is yes. So when it comes to economics, both governments are in the business of winning. Now let's go to cultural issues. We have two cultures, are secular and religious, Constitution, Bill of Rights, and Israel Basic Rights, and religious culture, which is Torah, Old Testament, and New Testament for the Christians, as well as the Old Testament, and together we call that Judeo-Christian culture and religion. By the way, the most successful philosophy in the history of mankind. So culturally, does Israel want to win? Does America want to win? Well, the answer is sort of yes. We're both very good at talking about our wonderful cultures. We're not very good at interfering with cultures that are dysfunctional. For example, in Israel, incitement is a cancer to the Israeli society, and the Israeli government has not curbed incitement by the Palestinian Authority or any of the other political Islam terror organizations. And in America, we have the same problem. In particular, anti-Semitism is growing tremendously, and the government's doing nothing about it. So for culture, I would say we're trying to tie. And then let's go to finally to national defense. Is Israel in the business of winning, losing, or tying? Is America in the business of winning, losing, and tying? The answer is tying. The reason is all democracies are in the business of tying, because if you're in the business of winning, you have to drop a lot of bombs on a lot of people. And democracies don't like wars until they have to fight a war after, for example, Pearl Harbor or 9/11, or after 3 boys are kidnapped near Hebron. So putting it all together, the key message of the day is our governments have to do as good a job winning as the coach of the Super Bowl and as your doctor would do if you were sick. And we have to insist and try as individual citizens or as spokespeople to encourage our governments to go out and win, because I'll promise you this, the bad guys are in the business of winning. Every single dictatorship is in the business of winning. Every terror organization is in the business of winning. And if our democracies are going to compete with terror organizations and dictatorships, we have to win every bit as much as the bad guys. Thank you for your time. Bye.